whether this perennial Georgia Cohan favorite came, as Cohan later explained, from an encounter he had with a Civil War veteran who fought at Gettysburg. The two men found themselves next to each other, and Cohan noticed that the vet had carefully folded a ragged old flag. The man reportedly then turned to Cohan and said, "She's a grand old rag." Cohan thought it was a great line, and originally he named his tune, "You're a Grand Old Rag." So many groups and individuals objected to calling the flag a rag, however, that he gave them what they wanted and switched the words, renaming the song, "You're a Grand Old Flag." Please stand and join us in singing, "You're a Grand Old Flag."
And be sure to march with us the second time we run through, so be ready to do that. Well done, Rotary Choir. Thank you, Linda, for organizing that and giving us the background on that song. Next we have Tressa Shockley, who's been a member since 2019. Your classification is Technical College Foundation, and some of you know what that means today with our invocation.
Thank you, President Brick, members and guests. Thanks for being here today. With today's special program, I felt a motivational video might be a great way to open this meeting up as an invocation. Hope you enjoy.
When we're laying on our deathbed, you're not going to worry about how much money you had, how much power you had, how much prestige. You're going to see that that was all game, that was all illusion.
We're laying on our deathbed.
The only thing that's going to matter is
you're not going to be worried about how much money you had, how much power you had, how much prestige. You're going to see that that was all game, that was all an illusion. The only thing that's going to matter is the impact you had on other people's lives.
Is at my funeral, they ain't going to talk about my success.
We are all on a separate journey.
About who Nick was.
But the beautiful thing about our life here on this earth is at my funeral, they ain't going to talk about my success. They're going to talk about who Nick was and how Nick lived and how Nick loved and encouraged.
It's knowing you haven't walked the planet in vain.
Success is incredibly important, but even more important than success, it's having an impact. It's knowing you haven't walked the planet in vain. It's knowing that because you've been here, you've blessed lives, you've developed people, and you have made the world a better place.
The effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. What was in your heart? Everything you gain in life will rot and fall apart, and all that will be left of you is what was in your heart.
Life is a mirror. And life gives us not what we want. Life gives us who we are.
Life is a mirror.
When you were born, you cried while the
And
world
life gives us
rejoiced.
not what we want.
Live your life in such a way that when you die,
Life gives us who we
the
are.
world cries while you rejoice.
When you were born, you cried while the world rejoiced. Live your life in such a way that when you die, the world cries while you rejoice.
Well, that was thought-provoking, wasn't it? Impactful. Thank you. Well, I'd like to welcome our guests today, and I think we have a few. And I know this is more exercise, but would you mind standing if you're a guest today, so that we can see who is here, and we can acknowledge your presence, and thank you for joining us. And if you're wondering what Rotary is all about, there is some information on each table. If you'd like to look into becoming a member, we encourage that too. All right, I get to do something that has not been my forte this year. I have to exchange a blue badge for a red badge.
Or a red badge.
Maybe I'll give a plaque, maybe I'll give a license plate holder, I don't know. But I'm going to try to do it the right way. So, Ricky Adams. He's been a member. Do I dare say this, Ricky? You've been a member since, anybody want to guess?
18.
No, not 2018.
2020.
2019.
Okay.
You know, and that just makes it even more special. And he's here to get his blue badge. Thank you. Thank you, Ricky. Welcome. Welcome to the club. I think I did that right, didn't I? Okay. We have a request that has to do with our May 11th pre-Mother's Day weekend meeting. A request for all of you to find a picture of your mother and send it into the Rotary office, because we'd like to show those on the screen at that meeting. So how many have done that Go get the money. No, seriously, walk around, go get the money. Okay. They keep the money up. We gotta keep the money up because they gotta walk around and get the money. We've used half our time already. We don't have time to dilly-dally. We gotta get the money. Okay. Thank you. Okay, we're making good progress, President Ridd. We're right on task. Okay, we got more money over here. People need to pick up money. I see money. I see some money. I see that hand. As a preacher, I see that hand. I see that hand. I see that hand.
One more.
Thank you. I see that hand. Thank you, brother. Okay, and in the 1 minute I have remaining, I want to thank Rotarians for being this most generous people, and this community for being such a generous community. Rick, I managed to do it in 2 minutes. You gave me 3. I yield. Oh, one more money. Oh, sorry, we have more money. I yield the remainder of my time. Since you shortened the time to collect money, maybe we should charge you a little bit more. Maybe. Okay. Thank you very much. That was very efficient, I have to say.
Just go get the money.
Let's see. Vocational scholarship presentation. We're going to start with our program now. And leading that effort is Mr. Tony Farina. He's been a member of our club since 2006. He works in the financial planning business. And part-time is the chairman of the Vocational Scholarship Committee for Rotary. So, Tony.
Thank you, everyone. I'm happy to be here. Welcome, Rotarians. Welcome, guests. Welcome to all of our scholarship recipients. Today is a great day. Today is a great day. Today we get to recognize our 17 vocational scholarship recipients, award-winning recipients. And today we get to give away almost $38,000 in vocational scholarships. So first, I'd like to recognize the committee, the Vocational Scholarship Committee, if they would stand up. I saw a few of them are here today, but I'm going to go ahead and read their names really quick. It's Peter Arnold, Doug Bardoon, Don Brombeck, Madeline Carlson, John Devaney, Bunker Frank, Linda Kaminsky, Sherry Kilty, Mike Latimer, Trent Marquis, past chair David McKinney, Rebecca Pennell, Jeff Schapp, Sherry Smith, who is next year's chair, and Russ Wilkinson. Thank you. If you haven't been on the Vocational Scholarship Committee, I highly recommend it. It is an amazing committee. You get to read some fantastic applications, and then you get to sit through interviews and meet all of these students, and we really have some amazing students here for you today. So thank you, committee. Second, I would like to honor all the students. So if the students would stand up for a round of applause. I won't use your name. We're going to do that later on. And then I'd also like, congratulations, students. I'd also like all your friends and family that are here today as guests to stand up. Thank you to those friends and family for supporting these students as they give up their time and money to better themselves in their education and a pursuit of a occupation and vocation. So thank you to the friends and family. So for our guests that don't know, this Rotary Club sponsors 2 different scholarships. We sponsor the vocational scholarships, which is what we're here for today. We also sponsor academic scholarships, which will be in a few weeks. We also partner on a 3rd scholarship, the Molly Davis Scholarship. So let me tell you about the vocational scholarships. It is for students, current students that are seeking a 2-year associate's degree, an AA, you might say, or anyone seeking programs, certificates, designations, or licenses for a skill or a trade. The scholarship itself is based on commitment to the program, so where are they in their education, their grades in the program, the community service that they have done, and the communication skills that they have in the application. After that comes an interview, and it's grueling, right? Pretty scary? Well, it's scary for us on the committee. I don't know about the students. They all did a fantastic job. So after that, then we score and we select our recipients. The scholarship focuses on education programs for occupations that are skills and trades and vocation-based. Luckily, here in Yakima, we've got several institutions of higher education. First, we've got Perry Technical Institute, and I see we have quite a few of them here today. Christine Cody is the president. Thank you for being here. She spoke to the club just a few months ago. Many of the students of the applications that we get come out of several of their programs, and I'll read just a quick list. HVAC, plumbing, business, instrumentation, electrical, truck driving, welding, automotive and engines, construction, IT and communications, and office administration. Another one of our institutes of higher learning is the Yakima Valley College. And we've got Linda Kaminsky. She was part of the choir earlier. She's the president. She's also in the club. I was at their website doing a little research, and I didn't know this before I started this, but they offer 55 degrees and 100 certificates related to just vocations. And those are all in the field of arts and humanity, business, healthcare, social science, education, and STEM. A few examples of some of those would be AA or associate's degree in nursing, education, accounting, business, IT, dental assistant, and agriculture. We've also got YV Tech, which allows for high school students to take classes such as automotive, culinary arts, physical therapy, IT, dental assisting, construction, business administration, emergency services, and law enforcement. Finally, we also have a couple of cosmetology schools. We've got Evergreen and Elite Academy, and we always get a few applications from those students as well. The other scholarship that we do, so those are the vocation scholarships. The other scholarship is an academic scholarship, and those are for high school seniors that are graduating this spring, and it's going to be based on outstanding grades, their dedication to community service, and leadership. The Molly Davis Scholarship is put together by the Yakima Rotary Trust. It's the 3 Yakima clubs together, so we're one of them. And it awards scholarships that are $7,500 a year for up to 4 years. So that's $30,000 scholarship per student for a bachelor's degree and $3,500 a year for an associate's degree. That scholarship is based 50% on financial need and the rest on academics, community service / extracurricular activities / employment, and a long essay. A few personal comments that I have. I've been on both the academic and the vocational scholarship committee. I was the chair of the vocational scholarship about 10 years ago. And I got to say, I love the fact that Rotary supports the hopes and dreams of vocational students, and not just vocational, but all students in the Yakima Valley. And between those 2 scholarships, we award over $75,000 a year between academic and vocational, not including the Molly Davis. This is all thanks to you Rotarians and the fireside dinners that are going on now. Is there still some availabilities? Yeah? Okay. So sign up for those fireside dinners. That's what funds the $75,000 a year that we give away in scholarships. We have some amazing students today, and I can't wait for you to meet them. But first, I'd like to make a couple of quick comments. What I personally like most about the vocational scholarship is the opportunity that it provides to these students. And a few bullet points that the committee had picked up on during our review of the applications and our one-on-one interviews that these students, so these are some bullet points that we received from their students of why they picked the education or the program that they did, and why they picked a vocation over, say, a 4-year university. So I'll let these bullet points be their words. The first and probably the most common we heard was a shorter time frame. Some of these programs are weeks or months. Most of the ones here today are 1 to 2 year programs and not a 4-year university, which makes them more affordable. That's the second thing. It's a less expensive tuition, paying for 2 years or 1 year versus 4 years, and the programs might not be quite as expensive as a university. which means these students graduate with less debt. Right? The other thing that we hear is less travel. So these programs are right here in Yakima and allow them to work and live here while getting their education. So they get to stay local. The other piece of staying local is almost every one of them plans to stay local after they graduate as well. So we're training them here, and they're staying here, and they live here. The other is quicker to enter the workforce. So imagine being an 18-year-old high school senior, and you come out and you do a 1 or 2 year program. That means you're 19 or 20 entering the workforce as a skilled worker getting a good paycheck. Versus a university student 4 or 5 years later, maybe some of you 6 years. So you're coming out at age 22 or 23, and you're finding a competitive job market. These jobs, the vocational jobs, are in high demand. There is a high demand for skilled workers and in the trades. So they're quick to get hired, and they're quicker to get their first nice paycheck. The other thing we learned about when Christine Cody spoke from Perry Tech was the placement rate. The program she was referencing had 100% placement. I think one of them had 99.9 or something like that. So the placement rate in their field of study is extremely high. The thing I found fascinating was that I learned is statistically, these vocational students have a higher probability of becoming business owners than a 4-year university student. So these guys and gals are more entrepreneurial, thus employing more future students and more future employees, which is fantastic. And then finally, the thing I think every single one of these students said to us was, this fits their personality and their interest, working with their hands, not being bored with a mundane job pushing papers, where they get to face new challenges every single day. So the committee got to hear all these great stories. It was excellent that we heard from all these students during that application and interview process. We went ahead, and there's going to be 4 students I'm going to call forward, and I want them to kind of share with you a little bit about themselves, their background, their choice of education, and maybe why they chose their vocation. So I'd like to call up first, it'll be Catherine Elkins. And as she comes up, I'll tell you a little bit. So Catherine is an automotive service technician at YVC. She's going to graduate in the spring of, 2025. And she started her essay with this, and I quote, "It's never too late for progress. At my age, some think I'm a little old to go back to school, especially as a woman going into automotive." Please, tell us more.
Hi, thank you. It's an honor to be here, and I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I am in the automotive program, and I was the only female student. I am no longer the only female student anymore, but it was a little intimidating at first, but they're great. They welcome you every day with a smile on their face. They're like, "How are you doing today? You ready to get to work?" And it's really encouraging. The instructors there are always giving you positive feedback, giving you one-on-one training. Anything you have a question about, they open arms to give you more information. And I couldn't ask for better instructors and a better support system. I chose to go into this because my end game is to own a shop where I can help low-income people have automotive care, because when you can't get somewhere, you kind of struggle. And that's a huge setback for a lot of low-income people. So I hope to one day give back to the community, which is what the Rotary is about. So I thought that was very fitting. And I am super excited, and this is going to help me get tools. So I'm ready to get back to getting more tools and getting ready to go into the workforce.
Thank you very much, Kat. Next up, I'm going to have, actually, we'll go with Paige Crane. So she is studying instrumentation and industrial automation from Perry Tech. Originally from Colorado, she moved to Yakima for Perry Tech's instrumentation program. She is the president of the International Society of Automation, ISA, the student chapter. And I've got to tell you, she stepped in last minute. We were going to have another student speak in this point, and he has a test, and he canceled. And I texted Paige about an hour and a half ago, and she's like, sure. So that says a lot about her.
Hello, everybody. First, I just want to say thank you to all of you Rotarians for donating and making this a possibility for me to get this scholarship. It really means a lot to me. My name is Paige Crane, and I moved here just over a year ago from Colorado to be in the instrumentation program. And before I came here, I took a gap year after high school, and I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do. I wanted to do everything and anything. I had so many different plans, but nothing was quite perfect. Everything had a little bit of a drawback somehow. And then I talked to this guy named Mike, and he told me about what he does in his career. He explained it to me and gave me so many details. It was like an hour-long conversation about everything that this program has to offer and where it can take you. And after about a year of struggling to find my place and where I should be going, as he was telling me this, I was grinning ear to ear, and I knew this is it. This is perfect. This is exactly what I want to do. So I moved here by myself, and I've been going to school, and it has been amazing. I've loved every second of it, and I've never had an educational experience where I've really, truly enjoyed going to school and learned how to be a hard worker and love working hard in my program. And there's just so many things about it. I get to, work with my hands. I mean, Tony mentioned these things earlier, and it's just the combination of all the things I love. I get to use math and figure things out. And one of the things that specifically brought me to Yakima is this program is the #1 program in the entire country in tech schools, in 4-year degrees, in master's degree. It is the #1 program for everything, for turning low-income individuals into high-income and earning individuals. And so when I heard about that, I didn't need to research other places. I saw that, I heard about that, and everything that this place has to offer, I was like, that's it, that's the one. So there's a reason that the program is the best. They explain things super well, and it's made learning a wonderful experience here, and I really enjoy being in Yakima and getting to be a part of this community. And I'm just so grateful that I can continue to learn and work hard thanks to you guys. So, thank you.
Thank you so much for stepping in, Paige. Next up, we're going to hear from Laurel Robert Winter. She is a business technology she's studying business technology administration at YVC. She'll graduate in the winter of 2024 with 3 degrees: BT, or Business Technology and Medical Office Assistant, BT Legal Office Assistant, and BT Administrative Assistant. Laurel impressed the committee with her accomplishments, but it wasn't until her interview when she shared her background that we realized just how many hurdles she's had to clear in her life to be where she is today. So the committee and this club should be very proud in supporting her and her bright future. So with that, Laurel.
Everyone, I just want to say my name's Laurel Robert Winter, and I'm really happy to be here. And thank you so much for awarding me this scholarship. It's very needed. Okay, I'm very nervous, just to let you guys know. Okay, I would like to start off at the beginning of my story. When I was 18 months old, I was adopted by a wonderful educated couple. They both had jobs at the University of Davis in California. I would say I was the rebellious child. In my early teens, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. Many joint, polyarticular is the name. And it was very painful and traumatic for me. I decided to run away at the age of 17. My rules, Do I need to say more? With that being said, the sky was my roof. I was homeless for many years after that. I fell into addiction, bad choice in men. It wasn't until my last pregnancy with my daughter Penny, she's 5 years old, it wasn't until I got pregnant with her that I realized that I needed to change my ways. So while pregnant with her, I traveled homeless all the way up here to Yakima because I knew I could get on my feet here. I lived here once before a long time ago and was able to do it. Came back, got involved in the programs with CPS and Yakima Family Treatment Court, which is the drug court version of drug court for Yakima County. I successfully graduated, and the thing is that in that program, you either have to have a job or further your education. Well, I had SSI. I didn't need to do anything. So I kind of, it wasn't until at the end that I said, I need to do this. I cannot support my little kid and off SSI. You just can't. It's not possible. So I enrolled at YBC, and it wasn't until fall quarter that I got a letter in the mail saying that I was on the dean's list. Right there, you guys. That was the proof I needed, saying that I could do this. And I needed evidence, you guys. I lived 13 years where I did nothing. I needed proof that I could do this. So there it was, and I just buried my head into the books. And being a single parent of a 3-year-old at that time, she tore two of my books up because I left them down. That's a lot of money, you guys. That's a lot of money. So, and then I heard people were telling me about the scholarships. So I started applying for the scholarships, and the Rotary reached out to me via email and said, you didn't finish your application. And I said, yeah. I kind of got social anxiety, and I was feeling that maybe I wouldn't be chosen. And they're like, well, if you get it in by the end of the day, by the end of the hour, I had everything in. Yeah. And then after that, a couple of weeks later, I got a text message saying they would like to interview me. And I responded extremely quick to that as well. And then the interview. Something happened. I remembered. I was a part of Future Farmers of America, and I was part of the interview contest part. Well, I got placed for the state. Okay? So the first thing I did was go in there and shake everybody's hand. Okay. And it was a wonderful experience. And then they said, how would you feel about speaking at the ceremony? I said, okay. Well, right now I'm still sweating. And I'm still talking. So the reason why I think vocational scholarships are important is because, well, financial aid pays for everything, and there's so few grants, and the scholarship helps people that are low income really be able to take care of business and be at school and be a mom and do this and do that, and the scholarship makes it possible. And I just want to say thank you so much for letting me be here, and I hope I did all right.
I think you did just fine. Well done. Next up, we've got Adrian Martinez. He is a nursing student. He'll graduate from Davis High School in June, and he's currently taking nursing classes from YV Tech. He'll then go on and take nursing classes from Yakima Valley College. In addition to his good grades, both of his referrals talked about his character, his work ethic, and his dependability. With that, Adrian?
Hello everyone. I want to start off by thanking the Rotary Foundation on behalf of myself and my family for giving me this opportunity to pursue higher education, allowing me to head on my path of becoming a registered nurse with a Bachelor's of Science in Nursing. I will talk about a little myself and why I chose nursing. The reason I was drawn to nursing was a time period that changed my life and the lives of many other people as well. We lived through the major life-altering event that was the COVID-19 pandemic. The social distancing, the quarantines, the shutdowns, the Google Meets, etc. One of the major problems that was presented due to the COVID-19 pandemics was the shortage of healthcare workers. This problem brought up an issue, which was the quality of care being diminished in some places due to the shortage of healthcare professionals. This meant a lot of people were unable to receive the quality care they deserved. This was when I decided I needed to be a part of the solution. I chose to pursue a career in nursing because I wanted to enter a career where I could do good for others as well as help the people of my community. I always wanted to enter a career where I could do so much good for other people. And for my plans, I will be attending YVC at the start of fall to get my nursing prerequisites done, then to get my Bachelor's of Science in Nursing at Washington State University. Once I have finished, I plan to be a nurse that will specialize in dialysis. And dialysis is a process of cleaning the blood in the kidneys of people with a machine. The machine cleans out the blood and eliminating waste from people whose kidneys no longer function properly. The whole process is very fascinating to me. I was introduced to dialysis by my cousin's uncle, Elliot Flores, who is a registered nurse that works for the company DeVita and is part of their airlift team. He is a big inspiration to me and a reason I want to specialize in that field. I know that nursing is a predominantly female profession. That led some people to point it out to me. When I found that out, it was news to me. I'm currently attending a YB Tech nursing program through my high school where I'm the only male in that class. The YB Tech nursing program has allowed me to assist at skilled care facilities where a lot of the residents there have pointed out that I'm a male going into the career of nursing. Their comments have always been very positive and motivating, all of them including the same topic of never giving up and what I'm doing is such a good thing. They also talk about how male nurses have always been such a great help to them. I'm also a part of the Healthcare Students of America Club, where I was able to compete in medical terminology with people from all over the state of Washington. Unfortunately, I didn't make it onto the next state and attend the national convention. This made me very upset, but I was more motivated than ever. My loss only made me want to push myself even harder. I didn't want to be left behind, so I study more and learn as much as possible when I am presented with the chance to learn. In the end, this scholarship means I will be able to contribute for the well-being of my family, my brother, my mom, and myself, so we can have more food on the table. And unfortunately, I have seen how my mom struggles every day to go out and work. Since she works in agriculture and warehouses since I was a baby, my mom has been working hard to make sure we have enough money to pay rent so we could have a place to live. It's been more difficult for my mom to meet all her basic needs since my parents have separated. These are some of the reasons I want to succeed and have a career. In the future, I would like to help my mom economically, as well as to set an example for my brother. I will be given the chance to help out my community by becoming a nurse and caring for the people that will come into my care. I hope to inspire others with my efforts to help out their communities as well. Thank you all for your time.
Adrian, well done. Thank you very much to all four of those speakers. Didn't I tell you it was going to be a great day? Yes. It is a great day. And we've got some great scholarships to award. That was just 4 of them. I could have had all 17 speak. But we don't have the time. So let's get to it. Let's award some scholarships. How about that? So I'm going to have the committee, like in years past, come over here to my left. So speaker or stage right. Is that right, Charlie? Is that stage right? Okay, house right. All right, the committee will be over here. I'm going to call each student one by one. The students will come through, shake hands, and come across. I'll award your letter and your scholarship. And then we already got the picture, so I'm going to have you all just line up over here under the screen. Does that work? Okay. Let's jump right to it. So we're going to go in alphabetical order. And first up, and I think we've had a few students that had to leave, so if they're not here, we'll just go through them. I'm going to read your first name, last name, your school, your program, and then what I thought to be a fun fact or some notes that we discovered about you that I think the club might like. So with that, let's start out with Christian Calva. He is attending Perry Tech, going through the HVAC technology program. His teachers in his reference letter talked about his tenacity, and he was a volunteer at Davis in their translator, as a translator and link crew helper. So come on up. Next up is Sean Coyne. Sean is going to Perry Tech in their electrical technology. His family is all in the construction business, and he was a three-sport athlete at SELA. Next up is Paige Crane. As you heard, she's going to Perry Tech in their instrumentation and industrial automation technology. What she didn't share with you is that she is currently a YMCA Rotary Aquatic Center lifeguard, and she just got accepted into their maintenance program, so that's going to be the instrumentation working with the pool. Next up is Nathaniel Delgado. He's currently a student at Highland, and he's taking YV Tech classes, but in the fall he'll be going to Perry Tech in their instrumentation and industrial automation technology. And I got to read this one to you because this came directly from his math teacher. And I quote, "While he may be one of the quietest students in over 20 years of teaching, he has the highest integrity. He is a positive role model, constantly sticking up for what is right, regardless of who's doing wrong. He continually exhibits qualities of fairness and integrity, and has earned him the respect from those around him." Next up is Catherine Elkins. As you heard, she was one of the speakers. She is going to YVC in the automotive service technology. She didn't share that she is a state rep and the secretary of YVC's automotive club called Gearheads. And she just shared they're going to nationals this year. Next up is Kevin Foran. He goes to Perry Tech in the HVAC technology program. You may recognize him. He was one of our recipients last year, and he was a speaker last year. He is in a couple of service clubs like Rotary. He's in Elks, the VFW, and the American Legion. Next up, we have Lyra Freeberg Perez. She's currently goes to East Valley High School, but next year she'll be attending Big Bend Community College, where she'll be studying elementary education and getting her AA. She has a scholarship to play softball there, and she's a 4.0 student. So, actually, Lyra, once you get that AA, come back and see us in the academic scholarship for the BA when you go for that. We've got Desiree Honer. She currently goes to Davis. She'll be going to YVC and studying nursing, getting the AA in nursing. She's the captain of the softball team. She also plays basketball. And then her tie to Rotary, she volunteers with Parks and Rec, so she spends a lot of time at the Rotary Kiwanis ball fields. then she can come back and see us as well when she goes for her BS in nursing as well. After that is Nail Lopez. She's currently a student at Davis and takes classes at YV Tech. Next year, she'll be going to Perry Tech in their Information Technology and Systems Communications. At Davis, she was part of the, is it CAN group? Or CAAN? And they are a student advocate for migrant students. Next up is Mackenzie Mac Martinez. Mac goes to Perry Tech. He's in the Information Technology and Systems Communication. A little fact about him, he was a senior in high school in the year 2020, and he was captain of the soccer team, but COVID took away that dream, didn't it? So, let's see. However, he does his tie with Rotary. He volunteers with the Feed the 5,000 program. Adrian Monter Martinez, currently a student at Davis and YV Tech. As you heard from him, he's going through the nursing, getting his AA. There again, he can come back for when he goes for the BS. He is a member, as he shared it, with the Health Occupation Students of America, and they do a plasma drive at school. I think he left, is Freddie Mendoza? Oh, there he is. Sorry, Freddie. So Freddie is a student at Perry Tech. He is in the HVAC technology program, and he commutes from Hermiston. And his manager, he works down in Hermiston, and his manager said he is the, and I quote, best employee I've had in 9 years. Ramon, I think Ramon was the one that couldn't make it. So Ramon, oh, sorry, Ramon, there he is. Come on, bud. All right, so Ramon is currently a student at Davis, and next year he'll be going to Perry Tech in their plumbing technology program. He currently plays football, track, wrestling, and the trombone. However, he would prefer to be at White Pass snowboarding. That's his love. Oscar? All right, Oscar had to leave. So Oscar Montel, he's currently a student at Eisenhower. Next year he'll be going to Perry Tech in their electrical technology program. And he was going to be one that was going to be a speaker. And what was really fascinating about him is the students have to submit their grades. And 9th grade and 10th grade, there weren't really grades. But once he kind of figured out what he wanted to do, those grades every year, 11th grade got better and 12th grade were fantastic. And he had one of the most heart-touching personal notes from his guidance counselor at Eisenhower as his reference letter, and it was amazing. So anyways, Oscar isn't here, but congratulations to him. Olivia Owens, there she is. Olivia goes to Perry Tech. She is in their business accounting technology program. She currently works in the accounts payable department of Columbia Reach. So there is a job that fits with her schooling that she's going through. And I will say the same thing to her. Once she graduates, she does want to go get her BA in accounting. And so you can come back and get another scholarship then. Next up is Karima Villalobos. She's currently a student at Zilla. Next year, she'll be going to Elite Academy for cosmetology. And one of the things that I made note of is that really makes her tick and why she chose this occupation is she is happy knowing she made others feel their best and look good. finally, Laurel Robert Winter. She's at YVC going through their business technology, and as you heard, she's got 3 different degrees she's going for. What she didn't mention, well, she mentioned she's, what was it, farming? What did you say? Future Farmers of America. She's actually leads their foraging department, and she talked to us about mushrooms forever during the interview. So, Laurel, congratulations. All right, with that, so ladies and gentlemen, Rotarians, your Yakima Downtown Rotary's 2023 Vocational Scholarship recipients. All right, you may be seated. Thank you, everyone.
Wow. I say wow a lot when I'm really impressed. I'm impressed by the students and the challenges that they've had to get to where they are. And I think many of us have never faced those challenges. So it's pretty moving to hear what they've accomplished, and that Rotary, our Rotary Club, it supports this. And that's what we're here for. This is what we do. And I think we need to be reminded of that frequently. And so we go out to, excuse me, when we go out to raise money, it's just not raising money, but we're trying to raise raise up our community, person by person. So congratulations to Rotarians for your efforts in funding this effort. Tony for chairing it. Great job. Thank you for the presentation. Heartwarming stories. Walk out of here with a smile on my face that we've done well and that we have great people among us. So look forward to your future growth and come back and see us again. I know Tony's invited some of you to come back for a second attempt, and he might just be there waiting for you. All right. Next week's program, Sissy Reyes, Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women. That's going to be, it's on red on my sheet here, at the YVCC Convention Center on Nob Hill, 16th and Nob Hill. So same time, a different location. Followed by a community service project, which will be, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And some of us are going to learn a skill that we've probably never had before. And should I spill the beans a little bit about, how many know what we're doing on the 11th? Only a few of us. Okay, well, we're going to be honoring Mother's Day in a little different manner. We will have a project where we're going to create bouquets and deliver them to Fieldstone Retirement Center. So that's part of the reason that we want you to submit the photos of your mother to participate in that, and I think we're going to have fun learning how to make bouquets. Andy, I think, is here. She's going to give us a tutorial. I just think it's going to be fun. It's going to be different. It's going to be fun. We're going to have something very pretty to show for it and get the opportunity to deliver to mothers in a community where they may not get out very much anymore, and brighten their day. So please be here on the 11th and participate in that. And then after that, pretty interesting topic. Fabiana Ahumada, hope I'm saying that right, saving bees one hop at a time. And that's not hopping on 1 foot or 2 feet, but it has to do with the hop industry. So I think it's going to be really interesting. Bob Gerst lined up the speaker, has heard her, and says it's really should be very interesting. It will be by Zoom, but I think it's going to be great. Again, I'm just going to say what a great meeting. I'm going to walk out of here feeling really good. I'm a Rotarian, and I hope you do too. And congratulations to all you students. Great job.